Yes, people, you know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. Shout out to everyone tuning in, showing love and support every single time. Another match reaction. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, slowly starting to feel it, slowly starting to get tired. But listen, there's no excuses. We've got to keep going, man. Got to keep going. A few matches left till the end of this FIFA Club World Cup. I think there's 3 games left, 2 semi-finals and 1 final. So we're nearly there. We're nearly there, people. But shout out to every single one of you guys, man, showing love and support, man. I really appreciate it. This road to 20K, closing in on 17. So if you're new, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you're not new, make sure you keep doing these things for me. You're helping the channel massively by doing these things. But listen, let's get down to business. Final score between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. Real Madrid win 2-0. No, I'm lying. Real Madrid win 3-2. Why did I say 2-0? But anyway. Yeah, anyway. Real Madrid win 3-2 against Borussia Dortmund in what was a game that finished in dramatic fashion. I'm not going to lie. Drama at the end. It looked like Real Madrid was in control. It looked like Real Madrid was going to cruise through the game. But like I said, towards the end, some action happened. And yeah, let's unpack this whole thing, man. Let's unpack this whole game. The game started off really dominant from Real Madrid's side. I thought Borussia Dortmund was extremely passive. I thought they gave Real Madrid way too much respect. And I do think it had something to do with the starting lineup as well, because the changes that were made at halftime by Niko Kovac for Borussia Dortmund actually turned out to be some good changes. The players that came on had an impact, and the players that came on, you know, positively contributed to Dortmund getting those 2 goals. But in the first half, for me, it was all about Real Madrid. All about them. Real Madrid get an early goal through Fran Garcia, who put in a fantastic cross for that kid again, Gonzalo Garcia. Now, listen, in my last post, I got absolutely slaughtered because people thought I was comparing, for some reason, I was comparing Gonzalo Garcia and Kylian Mbappe, which is something I did not do. All I said was, you know, Mbappe's going to have to look over his shoulder a little bit, because he's not the only quality striker or the only quality forward in that Real Madrid side. There's a kid on the block. There's a new kid on the block looking to make a name for himself as well. And ultimately, this can only be good for Real Madrid. It's healthy competition, because Mbappe's looking at Gonzalo Garcia and going, you're trying to take my spot. Let me show you. And then ultimately, Mbappe gets a goal as well. We'll talk about him in a minute. And, you know, Mbappe gets his goal, and Gonzalo Garcia must have looked at him and gone, you know what? I'm going to have to work harder if I want to take his spot. So it's healthy competition. But you know the internet today. You can't talk about competition nowadays. It has to be one guy at the top. And you say something about a guy, it cannot be anything else but praise. You know, that's the internet for you today. And it's a shame that it's actually grown people as well, you know. Like, you would expect that from kids, but from grown people to start attacking me and sending me DMs, you know, stop talking about Mbappe as if Mbappe was your son or your brother or your dad. It's really sad. Like, let's be honest, really, really sad. But anyway, Gonzalo Garcia gets his goal, and I have to talk about Gonzalo Garcia for a bit, because what I liked in that goal was the movement. If you notice the goal that he scored, before he scored it, he made a movement to ask for the ball at the front post, didn't get the ball, and he was actually offside. Put himself quickly back into position, because obviously there was a line that Borussia Dortmund was trying to hold. And he put himself quickly back into position, made a run again, but held his run just on time for the cross to come in, and for the cross to come in, yes, and for him to finish it. And the way he finished it as well was really, really good. A lot of strikers would, or a lot of forwards or players would try to go for that front post and just tap it in. But the way Gonzalo Garcia kind of opened up his body and just guided it into the back of the net, for me, was a sign of someone who's a pure number 9. I actually found out during the game that he used to be coached by Raul. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that he got coached by Raul and the fact that Raul probably would have had the same type of finish in that position, in that situation, tells you a lot. So I'm a big fan of Gonzalo Garcia. Yes, he might not be the starting striker coming up when the season starts. But guess what? When Real Madrid need players to rest, you can bet that someone like a Gonzalo Garcia can step in and get you goals. He can contribute. Now, fair enough. He got the goal, and for large parts of the game, he went missing. But guess what? In the second goal, which I'm going to talk about now, second goal, he was involved again. Gets the ball out wide, notices the run from Trent Alexander-Arnold, who had made his way up front as well, like an inverted type position, makes the run, asks for the ball, and, wing back to wing back. And this is where Xabi Alonso's system actually works. Wing back to wing back, Trent puts in a hard and low cross. Who's at the end of it? Fran Garcia. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a big fan of Fran Garcia. I'm actually shocked to find out he's 24, 25. I thought he was a youngster. I genuinely thought he was a youngster. I didn't know he was this old. Not old, but you get my point. I love this player a lot. He's a really, really good left wing back. And with the way Xabi Alonso wants to play, Fran Garcia, he fits perfectly into that system. So I'm expecting to see Fran Garcia play a lot more. And who knows, maybe start the season as the starting left wing back. And throughout the whole first half, Fran Garcia and Vinny Jr. were causing hella problems. Dortmund's defense could not handle these two. They could not handle these two at all. Second half, this is where, like I said, Borussia Dortmund started to play a bit better. In the end, they got the goal. I thought Felix Mescher came on, had a really good cameo. I thought Maximilian Bayer, who in the end got the goal as well, had a really good cameo. For the goal that Maximilian Bayer scored, I do think that Real Madrid's defense should have done better, man. Rudiger, such an experienced defender. He's been there, done that. For him to be clearing the ball in such a weak manner, it was so unlike him, so unlike him. So that was a bit of a shaky one, but then Kylian Mbappe, who had come on earlier, I mean, do we talk about the goal? Absolutely, we will. What an absolute banger. Crazy goal from Kylian Mbappe. And if this is the type of vim and the type of anger that he's going to be playing with, because I know he's got a lot to prove, and he would want to prove to a lot of people, that he can be that guy that can bring Real Madrid to a title, because finishing the season without a trophy as Real Madrid being, that's not acceptable. So there's a huge season coming up for Mbappe. Lots of pressure is going to be on him to lead this Real Madrid team with goals to a trophy. It doesn't matter what trophy it is. There has to be a trophy at the end of the season 25-26. And listen, he's leading the way with that fantastic goal. Beautiful cross from Arda Güler, floated to the back post. Kylian Mbappe, scissor kicks or half volley or volley, whatever you want to call it. That was a fantastic finish. Fantastic finish. And of course, everyone that made their way to the stadium to watch that game as a Real Madrid fan, they were eaten today, because in the end, you got to see a fantastic goal, So I'm happy for Mbappe, happy for him. And then, madness, straight after that goal, Felix Mescher drives forward with the ball. This is straight from kickoff, by the way. Drives forward with the ball, slides the ball into Cyril Guirassy, and Guirassy gets taken down in the box by Dean Huijsen. Dean Huijsen gets a red card. He's sent off. Penalty kick. Crazy. Guirassy converts the penalty. It's 3-2. And then, with virtually the last kick of the game, Borussia Dortmund find themselves attacking again. Cross ball over the top to the right-hand side. Cross inside the box. Little scuffle. The ball ends up with Sabitzer. Sabitzer gets a fantastic shot. Clean. Hits it perfectly. And Thibaut Courtois gets a crucial, and I mean crucial, save to end the game. And that's where it literally ended. If that had gone in, I firmly believe that something could have happened. But this is where you see great goalkeepers, great goalkeepers turn up in great moments for their team. 1000%. And this is why for me, if you were to ask me who would you pick from that Real Madrid team for your team to sign, Thibaut Courtois. 100,000%. That was an amazing save. And looking overall at the game, I think Xabi Alonso's system is slowly starting to work. I do wonder a little bit about their defensive frailties at times, because they can concede some silly goals, and their defenders can be a bit naive and make silly mistakes, like Dean Henderson today, or Raul Asensio in the previous two games. In the two games where he made mistakes, one where a penalty is awarded to the other team, and then one where he gets sent off. These things they're gonna have to disappear, and because those ultimately are gonna be one or two of the starting centre backs for Real Madrid. So something has to give when it comes to that. The naivety has to disappear a little bit. But overall, I think it looks good, man. It looks really good. And of course, now the semi-final is set. Real Madrid, record holders of the Champions League, against the reigning champions of the Champions League, which is PSG. And that's going to be a fantastic game. I'm actually looking forward to it. So, yeah, definitely a good game. Borussia Dortmund, I think, do need to strengthen in a few positions if they want to be able to, disturb Bayern a little bit. I do think Bayern are completely going to dominate the season. I think they're going to be too strong for everyone in the Bundesliga. But I do think, there's a lot of work still to be done for Borussia Dortmund. So, yeah, man, let me know in the comment section what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It's road to 20K, closing in on 17. If you made it till the end, go in the comment section and type in Mbappe and a bicycle emoji. Let me see Mbappe and bicycle emoji. That's how I know you made it till the end of this video. Anyway, people, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.